In this video, we're going to talk about the most recent real estate statistics for Cedar Park, Texas, talk about stop being a crybaby and just make the offer, inside baseball tips for hiring a property manager, insurance premiums going sky high, and why you've got all these people saving your home listing on Zillow, but no showings. I'm Joyce Peterson, broker and owner of Kopa Real Estate. If you'd like to see more local information about Cedar Park, be sure to subscribe to our channel. In Cedar Park, Texas, in the real estate market for June of 2024, there were 209 active listings with 80 homes under contract, 59 homes sold in June with an average dollars per square foot of $236. Average sales price was $591,014, and the median price was $533,000. Average days on the market was 24 days, and the highest priced home sold was $1,305,000 in Rancho Brushy Creek. Hey, leave me a comment and let me know what you think is going to happen to the real estate market over the next 6 months of the year, and if you have any questions about what's happening right now. Now, here's some tough love for buyers, agents, and buyers. We are often talking to buyers or agents about our listings, and they'll tell us, well, we don't want to make an offer. We're afraid to make an offer unless we know it's going to be accepted. And I just made an offer on this house for some clients. I don't get out to be able to represent buyers that often, so it's sort of fun. And we found this house. It had only been on the market 3 days, and the family loved it, right? And they all looked at me. I was talking with the guy, and his wife was there and his daughter, and they really loved the house. The truth is, when we looked at the data, it was overpriced. And I was talking with the guy, I said, I just can't justify the price. And his wife and the daughter are staring at me. They're giving me the, oh man, I don't know what was going to happen if we didn't get this offer accepted. And we wound up putting in an offer at $50,000 under asking price, right? And guess what? The offer was accepted. And so my advice to any buyers or agents out there, particularly the rest of the year, is go ahead and make the offer. It only took me like 6 minutes to write up the offer. So everybody's just got to get a little bit thicker skin, because in this case, we got a great deal. The family is so happy about the house. And you know what? In reality, if the offer got rejected, so what? We would have moved on to another house and everything would have been okay. It's not like anybody's going to come out and beat me up if we make an offer that doesn't get accepted. Second thing I wanted to talk about today is some inside baseball things about that I've been seeing about property management, and the number of rental properties is really skyrocketing as well. So there's 3 things that I want to talk about. One is when you're signing a property management agreement or leasing agreement with somebody, make sure that you're not automatically agreeing to hire that property manager to be your listing agent if you decide to sell the property later on. A lot of property managers try to sneak this into the paperwork, and you got to really pay attention to it, because you know that skill of fixing toilets and air conditioners and things like that doesn't translate over to getting you top dollar for your property in terms of marketing and negotiating and sales ability. Second thing you want to make sure of is that they're not automatically renewing your lease at the end, because I've got a family that wanted to put their home on the market next March, but guess what? Their property manager automatically renewed their lease, and now the home won't be available for sale next year until July. Now, that's a pretty big difference, right? Because they just didn't even realize that they had given the property manager the rights to do that. And the third thing I want to tell you about is you won't know this unless you actually look at the private remarks probably in a lease listing that you have. But there are some property managers that are trying to throw on junk fees for tenants, like $55 to send them a filter for the air conditioner every month. And you start to add that up, that's $660 that I would have to pay if I was going to be renting your property that I wouldn't have to pay if I'm renting the house down the street. And when there's a larger number of homes that are on the market right now for rental, that could be the big difference between your property sitting on the market or actually being leased. And you might not even ever know that this is going on. So be sure that you know exactly what's happening with your lease listings. You know, next up, I just saw this chart, and Austin is leading the country in terms of homeowners insurance premiums going up 23% year over year. And I know I'm feeling that with my homeowners insurance. My carrier is pulling out of the state, so I had to get shopped around to to new company, and it went up significantly, probably more than 23%. And so be sure, especially if you've got an escrow account and you might not be following up on this, make sure that you're checking into your premiums when your renewal is coming around, because you might need your insurance agent to shop that around for you. And if you don't ask them to do it, they might not do it for you. And finally, this is a big question that I get asked from our clients when we put a home on the market. We'll put it on there, and there's 99 people that have saved the property, and 1,000 views, right? But we've only had 12 showings. And so the question is why did 99 people love the listing, but only 12 people are coming to see the property? And I don't really know, but this seems to make sense. Is that for the first thing is that pretty much everybody in your neighborhood probably is following the real estate market, and they're probably saving all these properties. Second is that we talked about there's two different types of buyers. There's a buyer out there that would like to buy your house but can't afford it with these interest rates, and buyers that are out there that can't afford it. So the 12 people that can't afford it are coming to see it, and a lot of other people are just monitoring the market, and maybe they're waiting for prices to come down. Maybe they're just starting their search and not really going to buy a house for a year out. And so it's always a good sign to see people liking, favoriting, depending on the website you're looking at, but doesn't always translate over into showings for your property, and that's not all that unusual. Thanks so much for watching. We really appreciate your support this year. If you got any questions, you want to call me or text me at 512-791-7473, or schedule a time on my calendar at copaconsultation.com.